How are you? How you doing? It's another Thursday. This is Abefe Ibadia on the Real Cocoa Mistress. How are you? How's your week been? You've been having enough cocoa in Abi? You just doing which one of the above? Tell me. How was it? How's your week been so far? Your weekend, how was it? Did you cocoa after listening to last week's show about unbreaking bills? Okay, today's topic is part 2 of unbreaking bills, part 2. But today we'll be concentrating on mortgage bills or mortgage bills in our homes. I posted on Facebook earlier on, and I asked a few questions about mortgage bills or mortgage equity and things like that. But unfortunately, no one has replied yet. So I'm thinking they're pounding over it, thinking, oh, have I got a mortgage? So probably majority of the people on my friends list, they are renting, they're not on mortgage. How come you're not in your own property? What's happening? Tell me. The phone lines won't be open yet for another like 10-15 minutes. But the cocoa today, as I've said, is unbreaking bills, but concentrating on mortgage bills. The first thing is, have you, let me ask this, right? Have you just moved in with your partner who has got a mortgage property and wondering why he or she is yet to include your name onto the property's deed? I've received many calls from people or people that have asked me to advise them on what to do in respect of their mortgage, that they're with their partner and the partner is yet to include them on the mortgage, that should they actually be contributing towards the mortgage bill, towards the mortgage, payment of the mortgage. And this is all down to culture. This is all down to greed. This is all down to selfish interest. Personally, I've never been in such, well, don't let me lie. Now I'm lying, no. I think I'm lying now. Yeah, I've been in that situation before. But not like that. I didn't see it as a big deal. Okay, I bought a property. My partner moved in with me. And we were just living there. And we just carried on paying the bills. I didn't even think about whose name is on the property or not. And he didn't even talk about it. So I find it strange when someone asked me about it, that, okay, the name is not on, but why should they be contributing towards the mortgage? Whether your name is on the property or not, you're living with your partner, you should both be paying the bills has got to be paid. A mortgage is part of the bills. It is part, it's just like you paying your rent. You cannot shy away from it. Whether it's your partner's name that is on the mortgage or your name is on the mortgage, it's still the same cocoa. No different cocoa there. You're still living in the property. And I want you to view it as well, because there's another problem that's happening as well. People that's got council property, that they're living in council accommodation, and they got the property like single parents that are now living with their partners. At the end of the day, they have that problem as well, that their partner is living with them and they expect housing benefit to be paying the rent. All those is crap. You're living in the house as a couple. Both of you are working. Stop cheating the government. Stop claiming housing benefit. Me, I'm claiming. You understand? And I'm not I'm a single mother working part-time, so forget that shit. But if you're living with your partner, at the end of the day, you should be able to pay regardless. But today, we're talking about mortgage bills. Yeah? Your name is not on the property. Should that stop you from contributing to the maintenance of the property or towards the mortgage if you're working, right? This is based on two people living together as husband and wife. Yeah? You're listening to Abefe Ibadia on Fusion TV, Fusion Plus TV. The telephone lines will be open in about 2-3 minutes. Another question that I asked today as well on Facebook, this is it. Are you thinking of getting a mortgage with your partner, but worried if you can or cannot afford it? I noticed in the last 10 years, many people in UK forced themselves to go on mortgage thing, this mortgage palaver. And I had a friend that was paying £2,300 per month for a 3-bedroom house, all because she wanted to go on a property ladder. And if she was renting that same area, she won't be paying more than £1,000 in rent. For her rent, she won't be paying more than that, the area where she was living at. But because she wanted to get on the property ladder, she brought the pain upon herself to buy a property and be paying equity, no, not even the mortgage per month of £2,300. My friend was working her backside out. She was working 247. Even during when she was living with a partner, they were always fighting about the money, because eventually the guy said, look, it's not me that asked you to go and get a mortgage now. You become a Mokobe now, so why should I be paying so much? The girl was working. Even she had to divide the 3-bedroom, one of the rooms, to make it 4-bedroom. And she and her children were sharing 2 rooms, and she rented out 2 rooms. Why should you stress yourself because you want to get a mortgage? If you cannot afford it, should you go on it? That is another cocoa. That's why so many marriages are breaking as well. Because if you're thinking of going into a relationship because you want someone to help you with your mortgage, you're on your own. No, that one is another case. Another case with this mortgage thing as well is, have you had to keep up with the mortgage bill as the named owner of the property despite you not living in the house because your marriage has hit the rock? When my marriage broke down, I went to the council. I said, I want to, if they can give me a council property. This was a long time ago. And they said to me, if I leave the property, then I've made myself homeless. So therefore, they cannot help me. But I didn't want to sell the property. I didn't want myself or my husband to sell the property, because I know that from the beginning, people will say, London, she just want to take the property. Oh, that's why she was asking for, that's why she has asked to, that's why she want the marriage to break down. So my intention were, at the time, I will leave him with the property. He can keep it, the equity, whatever is on it. I want a clean break. Unfortunately for me, I had that. Until this day, I've got peace inside of me. I didn't take anything from the property, even my stuff that were in there. What he did to them, I don't know till this day. But the point here is this. If you were married or if you're in a relationship and you've got kids, obviously, the government, this is just a moral thing, right? Not like Nigeria. I had a friend that was telling me that when he had a problem with his wife, he kicked his wife and kids out of the house. To me, that is heartless. To me, that is pure stupidity. He said they made up again, no, but I will not go back to such man. I am sorry. If you can make me homeless, me and my kids, because things are not working between us, forget that, Tori. I'm out. No matter how much I love you, because it's obvious you don't love me. So why should I be there? But in UK, abroad, if you've got kids, you're living together, you're married, obviously, they will expect the mother and the kids to remain in the property. So if your name is on that property, you will have to carry on paying the mortgage. Except you decide to sell the property. Then you have to seek legal advice. And that is why many men in UK that have got homes, that have got mortgages, will not put their partner's name on the property. Another thing that I heard as well is about life insurance. Obviously, if you've got a mortgage, you will have to have a life insurance. And many Nigerians are dying now without life insurance. I had a friend, she's had a mortgage for about 6, 7, 8 years, and she passed on. Whilst she was in the hospital for about 5, 6 months, the mortgage was paid, but the life insurance wasn't paid for some strange reason. And today, the mortgage company has refused to pay the equity or for the mortgage. They did not pay. So the kids were made homeless. Yeah? So if you're living with your partner and you've got a mortgage, one thing you have to bear in mind, whether you put your partner's name or not, if they're living with you in that house, if you drop dead, and one of my jogun, you like it or not, so you might as well put the name, because when you put the name, when you die, they will not pay all the mortgage, they won't pay it off because the person is still there, so they will still have to be paying in their own pocket. So who is losing? You are just giving yourself headache. Back to the cocoa. Mortgage bills. The phone lines are now open. You can call in 0203 355 5526. Let's listen. Let's share ideas. Share your experiences with me. Let's talk about it. What has gone wrong in your marriage as a result of mortgage? What's going on in your mortgage? We've got a caller online. Who is calling and what's your name, please? Or where are you calling from?
Yeah,
hello.
Yeah, good evening to you, Madam Adefe. How are you?
I'm fine. Who is calling, please?
Yeah, this is Larry from Essex.
Okay, dynamic, you said?
Yeah, Larry from Essex.
Larry from Essex. Okay.
That's right. Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to commend you for the good job you are really doing, you know.
Thank you very much, sir.
More grace on your elbow, and
Thank you.
God will continue to shine you.
Amen.
All
Thank
right?
you, and you too, sir. Thank you.
All right. You see, I mean, I tried to get through last week, but unfortunately I couldn't. So I just said, well, I'm going to sit right by my phone.
You happen to be the first caller today. Wow.
And luckily, so I'm
Lucky
happy for
you.
that. You know,
You deserve a good couple
anyway,
from your partner tonight for that.
Thank you. Anyway, to go straight to the point with the topic on board.
Yes.
Me personally, is when you were asking last week, what percentage would we reckon that bills should succumb to? I personally think there shouldn't be no percentage. If you don't mind me giving you my own perspective, you know?
Yeah, please do. Yes, that's why we're here.
Right, because say for instance, you know, as a husband,
Yes.
yeah, being the head of the family, it's earning less. Because I'm gonna put it that way, right? It's earning like £1,000.
Okay.
And the wife, yeah, is probably blessed with a better job, earning like £2,000.
Yes.
So this comes to £3,000 altogether, their household income, isn't it?
Yes.
Right. I think, in my own belief, and strongly, I'm telling you this, and I believe and feel that there should be no percentage.
Okay.
This money, they should put it all together in one basket,
Yes.
and then whatever bills, also bills that comes out,
Yes.
I mean that is necessary to pay,
Yes.
so they can just, pay out whatever they've got left
Yes.
in that account.
Yes.
Then at least, it will be for both families.
For the
both
family,
of
yes.
them.
Okay.
That's right. So that's just my own perspective.
Okay,
because,
but
with this,
can I ask you this question? If your
Yeah, go
partner,
ahead.
if you, let's assume that you've got a mortgage, right?
that's right.
And your partner moved in with you.
Yeah.
Right. Well, actually, you've covered it, but I just want to ask this question from you. Do you think it's necessary for you to now add your partner's name onto the deed of the property?
To be honest, I don't see anything wrong in putting my partner's name into the, adding it into the mortgage,
Yes.
So, to me, personally, I don't see anything wrong in putting the wife's name, partner's name into the mortgage account. Because at the end of the day, it's still down to one account. That's the way I look at it.
Fantastic.
Because I'm talking from the other way around, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So even if the man is earning more, I still mean the same rule should apply in my own, belief. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
So
last week, Mr.
Sorry?
Larry, last week we discussed about percentage in a home. So can I put it across to you, even though you've told me that they should put the money together, you understand? So that actually covered it. So there shouldn't be percentage at home. All monies coming in should be put together.
That's right.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Because last week we had Mr. Richard on board and he said 50-50. So today I'm glad we got it right.
At the end of the day, you still down to 50-50. If all of a sudden maybe they end up breaking up, at the end of the day, it's still gonna be 50-50.
No, but
it doesn't matter who contributes more.
Yes, but you will have one basket. You will have one account where you don't have access to. So it's not going to seem like it's 50-50. It's going to be a love basket, I call it.
Sorry?
I will call it a love basket. If it's a love basket, you can go into your love basket and pick things up. Orange, bananas, pineapple, avocado, tomato. You can put anything. Exactly.
I mean, exactly. Because, like, for instance, all this still down to, like, getting all the expenses out of that basket. So, like, maybe the husband's car needs to go to the garage.
Exactly.
That one, the expenses have to come from there. Even the madam wants to get a fee for her own family weekend or whatever, it has to come from there. It's all down to understanding and trust as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank you for the
Thank you, Mr. Larry. Thank you. That's fine. Thank you. Enjoy your evening, sir. Wow, that's a wonderful call. Thank you. Bye-bye. That's a wonderful call from Mr. Larry. Put your everything into one basket. That is what makes a lot of sense. We need to put it all together. One thing he also said, he said, when you put it together, it comes up as 50-50. Actually, it seems like that, but at the end of the day, you don't think of it as 50-50. Personally, it didn't click to my head as 50-50 because we put it all in one basket. If you have a kitty that you can all go into, it's just like you going to church. We all go in there to pick things up. We're not looking at well, in the olden days, it shouldn't be a matter of who is contributing more to church welfare or whatever. It's always, it should just be, we're going to church to praise God together and everything. But that church thing, let me take that out of the equation today. We're talking about mortgage bills tonight. What are your views on that? What has happened to you in the past in your marriage? Are you in a mortgage now that, have you got a mortgage with equity on it? And your partner is thinking of moving to Nigeria and have decided to take out the equity on the property to go and establish in Nigeria. These are happening. I've heard stories of this happening. Why would you take equity on your property and take the money to Nigeria to go and invest? Dark market, black market completely. When you've got children, your family here in UK, abroad, how would anyone do such a thing? I don't think it's practical. I don't think it's normal. I think it's madness, personally, because you're living here, your kids are here, you need to look after them. So why would you not decide to take equity on the property? Okay, let's imagine you've got property worth £200,000. You've got equity on it worth 80,000. And you think to yourself, you should take 30,000 out. Have you forgotten that you'll have to pay more money every month? That money you're taking to Nigeria to buy a land, excuse me, what's it going to yield you? Don't you think you're better off investing here for your kids? Don't get me wrong, it's good to go and build a house in Nigeria. Don't get me wrong. If you can afford it, why not? Me, land, I no get. Flat, I no get. But I know that my papa house, we all get time to get that. No wahala. Because I've always been looking forward to moving to my husband's house in Nigeria, not me buy my own house. I don't know why. Now, small childhood mentality, because my mother moved into my father's house, so I should move into my husband's house. That is story for another day. Anyway, mortgage bills. Who should pay for what? Since your name is not on the deed, does that mean you cannot contribute? Okay, are you in that relationship for what you can get out of it, or you are in it for love? Which one? I don't see the reason why you should be so uptight about your name not being on the mortgage deed. If you truly love your partner, if you want to keep the property, that's his own problem. As far as I'm concerned, that's his own problem. I'm not in a relationship for the money. If you're in it for love, then you should be able to just be in it for love and don't think of what you can get out of it. Call in, let's talk about it, let's discuss it. 0203 355 5526. If you're calling from abroad, remember to add +44. What is happening in your homes? What is happening? What are you doing with your bills? Last week we discussed gas bill, electricity bill, water bill, council tax bill. But today is mortgage bill, because that is what is killing us. In UK, it costs so much to put a roof over your head. In Nigeria now, they've started this thing more about mortgage as well. I went to view some properties in Nigeria last year, and they got mortgage, even their own is not up to 25 years, but it's still about 10 years, 5 years, 7 years, 12 years. But at the end of the day, even in Nigeria, they've got this problem as well. Bankers buying properties that they cannot even afford, and eventually they get, suddenly everything goes bizarre and whatever. How are you managing that in Nigeria? Because I don't know how they can cope with that in Nigeria. Are they doing life insurance to back it up? I don't know. If you're living in Nigeria and you've got a mortgage, please call in. If you can't call in, send me a message on Facebook, Abefai Badiara. I'd love to know. I will love to know how mortgage business is working in Nigeria and how much of it is affecting our relationship, people's relationship in Nigeria. But here in UK, in Dublin, in America, in Cotonou, in Togo, where they've got mortgage problems in relationship, this is it. If your name is not on the property, don't fight for it. You don't need it. It's none of your business. Yes, it should be a correct partner should automatically that tofen conscious. You understand what I mean? Partner that is not after his own pocket. Okay, in America now we have a mutual, what do they call it? Pre-something agreement, whereby you have an agreement before you go into the marriage that, look, everything I've got before we got married are mine. If we break up tomorrow, we cannot share it. They've got that. Will you go into such agreement before you marry your partner? Because these are end time, should I call it end time problems, or what should I name it? I don't know. Do you think you're entitled to something from that relationship when it breaks down? Personally, I don't think so. If I truly love the man, I'm after a man's heart. You should be after your woman's heart, not what they've got. But if you're so keen on having your name on the deed, talk about it before you go into such relationship. Find out, sweetheart, this property, are you renting or you've bought the property? Talk about it. If it's a council property, talk about it as well. Because council property is similar to having a mortgage as well, because people are usually there on a long term anyway. They don't get kicked out like people that are renting. You need to talk, even when you're renting and your partner moved in with you or moves in with you, you should be able to include your partner's name into that tenancy agreement. That is what brings the two of you together. Okay, let me think aloud now. How many of us are still there's joint bank account, Mr. and Mrs. Kilimanjaro. Do they still have bank account together? Are you still running Mr. and Mrs. bank account? When you got married, did you go to the bank to just change your name from Abefe to Abedo because you're not married to Abedo. Or you went into the bank and said, you know what, I'm not married, I want this account to be under Mr. and Mrs. Because I think that's one of the things, the things that has gone pear-shaped in our society today. People are no longer having joint bank accounts. Men have stopped exposing, or let me see, not exposing, they've stopped discussing finances with their partner. They've stopped doing it. They don't do that anymore. Okay, don't let me say all of them, because now they will say I'm generalizing. Many, both men and women, they've stopped doing that. Why are you hiding your salary from your partner? Why? Why can't you discuss it? Why is your pay slip under the bed sheet? Why is your pay slip in a corner? Why can't you get your pay slip and put it on a table, or get it and show it to your partner? Where's your bank statement? You can't flaunt it, can you? Why not? Why can't you? These are the things that are causing so much friction in our homes, because we're hiding things. And a relationship that's based on secrets will run into major disaster, whether we like it or not. Should we be sharing a mortgage bill? Should you be sharing your bills generally at home? In your home, should you be sharing it? Should you be sharing childminder's bill? In Nigeria, we've got our parents looking after our bills. Not bills, obviously, our kids. Their grandchildren. We've got our parents looking after this. But here in UK, abroad, everywhere else, we haven't got that privilege. We haven't got that luxury. So we'll have to take our kids to a childminder or get an au pair. A lady a while ago, she had an au pair in her property looking after her kids. Eventually, the man, her husband, cocoed the au pair. Or I leave that story for another day. But for today, is bills. But she was the one paying the au pair. The man wasn't contributing anything. Why? Because they've got two separate accounts. She doesn't know what the husband is earning. The husband have got a fair idea of what she was earning, but she doesn't know anything about the man. Is this happening in your home? If this is happening, then obviously you will have mortgage problem. You will have rental problem. You will have rent problems. You will have bills problems. You will have so many problems. Do you need it? That is what I ask people every day. You don't need it. Why can't you talk about it? Why can't you bring yourself to a level, bring your relationship to that level where you can discuss things? Have you got life insurance? Have you added your partner to your life insurance? Do you think that your life insurance, or that if you do life insurance, your wife can kill you or your husband will kill you as a result of you having a life insurance? Because the first thing on many people's brain is, oh, if I have life insurance and my partner knows about it, she might want to kill me for it too. Is that true? Why are we still living backwards? Why are we still living in the past? Do we need that? No. Mortgage bills. Back to it. Call in 0203 355 5526. My name is Abefe Badero, discussing home-breaking bills. We've got a caller online. No, we've just missed the call. Yeah, got a caller online. Yeah, welcome back. Abefe Badero again, discussing home-breaking bills. Sorry about that intro, we just threw that in because my producer wanted me to shut up for 1 second, and I didn't get a signal. Typical me, always shaking. But today I've composed myself a little bit, trying to be, now. Anyway, mortgage bills, back to it. What are we going to do now about it? You people are not talking to me today, or why? You've gone to watch football, or everything is perfect in your home. Yeah, everything is okay. I take it that everything is okay, because last week I had many ladies calling in Some said 70-30, some said 90-10. Even we had Auntie Bola from Lewisham. She said all her own money is going into her pocket. Her husband is looking after, taking care of all bills. Talk to me. Men, have you left your property for your baby mother? Have you left your property for your wife? When you moved out, were you able to have access to that property that you left for your wife and kids? How does that make you feel? I know a guy that is so bitter about paying, even his partner, his wife, they broke up about 5-6 years ago, and he's been paying the mortgage on that property. And he went into the house one day and he saw the the partner's new partner. Yeah, we've got a caller online. Who's calling, please? And where are you calling from?
Hello, Abefe Bajan. This is Otumba Falabi.
Hello, Otumba Falabi. How are you?
Very well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Where have you got to country?
I've missed about 2 episodes of the program.
Yeah.
I've been quite busy.
Okay.
And it's good to be back with you.
Oh, Ekpeledo.
Yeah. Just a quick one to your to the topic of the day.
Yeah.
When you say home breaking bills,
Yes.
I find it very, very hard to believe that some couples still share different accounts.
It's happening.
Well, I saw the topic and I said, okay, I would wait for some time for you to really dwell into it.
Yeah.
But it's still baffling. I do not believe it.
Yeah, it's happening.
Maybe because it's not happening in my home.
Exactly. That's why. You see, when something is not happening to you or not happening around you, you will know that it is happening. And many women are complaining about this, and that is why we have so many irresponsible men out there. And irresponsible women as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I really want to hear from, should I say, victims of such relationships.
Exactly. Exactly. That's why I'm waiting for them.
Calls and,
our Nigerian people, they don't talk. So, and I know my inbox will be filled up by tomorrow. So now, before you said yesterday, my husband, he was only me paying the mortgage, and he did not even contribute.
By the time, before the end of the program, say that people can call and declare themselves anonymous.
Exactly.
So people don't know who's calling.
Okay.
So maybe you should say that now.
Okay, I think I'll do that. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Falabi. Thank you, Otumba. Chat to you soon.
Take care.
Chira, bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
I've just got that intro. Listen to that. Okay, anonymous. I won't mention your name. Now, when you call in, I won't mention your name. I'll just say, hello, what have you got to contribute? Don't even tell me where you're calling from, Gopapa. It's okay by me. Yes, victims. Victims. Are you a victim? I know about more than 10 people, men and women, that are going through this wahala of mortgage and bills problem. Many people. They're the ones just paying the bills, paying the child minding, the mortgage, the rent, and the men are not doing anything. And some women as well are not contributing when the men are pulling their weight. There are so many women out there as well, in London as well, that they're not doing anything. They rather sit on the butt all day and do nothing. Even when their partner come home from work, no food. No food. A caller online. Hello, what have you got to contribute?
Hello, Abefe.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine.
Do you want to remain anonymous or you want to give us your name?
No, I'm Funke calling from Bradford in UK.
Oh, hello, Madam Funke. Thank you. What have you got to contribute?
I really appreciate all what you're doing.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
Yeah, listening to all the topic you've been discussing both last week and today,
yes,
concerning bills, mortgages.
Yes.
The problem these days is the way we've redefined what marriage is.
Yes.
Marriage has been redefined by a lot of people.
Yes.
People now go into marriage not for better, for worse, or to death do us apart. People are now going into marriage for what they will gain.
Yes.
To me, marriage should be about we, us.
Yes.
Not me, I.
Yes.
I remember when we got married, when my husband is trying to know this man, I would tell him that, look, those who don't want to share, remain single for life.
Oh, yes.
For you deciding to get married, everything has to be open.
Yes.
It has to be we.
Yes.
And thank God he understands. So the problem is what marriage is to you.
Yes.
If you are into a marriage for better, for worse, till death do us apart,
yes.
all this is not an issue. Bills should not be an issue.
Yes.
Mortgage should not be an issue.
Definitely.
In my household, we do everything together. Nobody owns any money. We all work and put everything together, the same savings, the same joint account. I know people might say, no, if it's working for you, it's just for you. It can work if you want it to work.
Fantastic.
It's possible.
Good point. Yes.
There's nothing impossible.
Yes.
If you want it to work, it will work.
Yes.
If you're in that marriage for till death do us apart, for better, for worse, believe me, it will work.
It will work. That's true.
It will work. Openness.
Yes.
If your marriage is open and transparent, the devil will not have chance to hide.
Exactly.
Nobody will be able to interfere.
Yes. Yes.
All this vanity of vanity, you're going to die and leave it. Why are you killing yourself for it now?
Yes.
Why don't just be happy and be open and share things all together?
Exactly. I think it's the openness. I think that's what's causing problems in majority of our homes. People are not open enough. People have other hidden agenda. People believe they're in UK or they're in America because they have to send money home without looking after their immediate family. Here.
Yeah, I want to chip this in.
Okay.
I want to chip this in.
Okay.
Hello, like people like now you're hiding from your partner. Hello.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, like from now you're hiding things. You're having hidden agenda from your partner.
Yeah.
And your enemies want to get you, want to kill you,
Yeah.
and they collide with your wife. You can't survive the next 1 hour.
That's right.
If your wife cooperates with your killer,
Yes.
you cannot survive the next 1 hour.
Fantastic.
Then why are you hiding from her?
I don't know.
Why are you hiding? You can't cope. Then why are you married? Why are you in the marriage? Is it by force?
I don't know.
They go and live alone now. I know people, because of greediness, they are single.
Yes. That's what many are single. Yes, that's true. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Don't let me take your time. Thank you
so much, Adenuga, for contributing that in. Thank you. Wow, that's a fantastic call. Thank you. Bye-bye. Did you hear that? Openness. What's your own definition of marriage? I think we need to Google that actually. What is your own definition of marriage? If your own definition is for better, for worse. A friend of mine used to tell me, for better to better, Neo Abefe, for worse to fuck off. I'm sorry to use the F word, but that was the way she used to say it. She said, for better to better, for worse to F off. Is that what it means to you? Can't you take the pain in your relationship? Many men are happy now seeing their women doing prostitution. All because they cannot put the roof over their head. Hello, caller.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you want to give us your name or you want to remain anonymous?
Oh, well, I can just say I'm your partner, so I'll leave it as that.
Okay, my partner. What have you got to contribute?
First and foremost, when it comes to this mortgage business,
yes,
and all that, I'm not a victim, neither am I in this type of situation.
Yes.
But like you said previously, so many people, they've got hidden agendas.
Yes.
See, in the world we live in now.
Sorry, that's TK Wajai. Let them know, my partner. From Kosovo.
In the world we live in now.
Yes.
In the world we live in now, there is hardly trust when it comes to relationships.
Definitely, yes.
And that is based on the different issues, real life issues that we've seen, we've heard, especially when it comes to men and women.
Yes.
What I believe in, I'm just going to go back, in as much as I'm so liberal. There are some times when I put the traditional African mentality into what I do.
Yeah.
See, men are always quick to describe themselves as mini gods.
Yeah.
And then they're ready to refer we women into the Bible
Yes.
about so many doctrines
Yes.
that state this. So when it comes to mortgage, when it comes to rent, I believe men,
Yeah.
a man,
Yeah.
should be able to pay the mortgage.
Right. Can I just ask you a question, my partner? Yeah. Let's say now, I know you very well. So tomorrow now, I know you've got a mortgage. Tomorrow now, you're living with your partner. Will you add his name into onto your mortgage deed?
See, one thing is, I am
Yes
not
or
going to
no?
lie.
Yes or
No,
no?
one thing is there is always, before I answer that, I've got to justify my actions.
No, but
I'm
you're
not going to
married. You're
make-
not married, right? You're married.
I'm not married.
No,
Yeah?
I said when you get
But
married.
when I meet somebody, which in reality even men will do, you've got to study that person.
Yes.
Yes, if I know this person is in one accord with me, there is nothing stopping
So
me
why would you
from
marry
adding.
someone that is not in accord with you in the first place?
Well, then the relationship isn't going to go further. Not to talk of me including him
That's
on my
what I'm
mortgage.
asking you. Now you're doing like typical sentiment Nigerian.
No,
Yeah?
no. This
I'm
is not about
asking you
sentiment.
this, right? I said, if you get married today, right?
Oh, if I get married,
Yes,
Oh.
will you add your partner's name onto the deed?
obviously, yes, because I trust him to marry him.
Good. So if you
I
don't
trust him to have married him, so
Yes.
definitely everything has got to be as one,
as well,
including my mortgage.
right? So, and let me ask you another thing, right? Before you actually, let's say you start living together before you get married, would you wait till you get married before you add his name, or you will add his name before you get married? Even you're living together.
This is where love does crazy things to we individuals.
Okay.
It might even be before I get married to him.
Okay.
If I'm truly in love with him, I will do it.
Good.
This is where love comes in. True
Right.
love.
Right. And would you discuss with him, are you going to discuss with him about the payment of the mortgage, or you will, how would you do that? Babe? I'm asking you all
You
this.
say when it comes to mortgage and bills, as long as you know this is the man or the woman
Yes.
you're ready to be with for the rest of your life,
Yes.
you guys have got to lay it down on the table. Okay, I'm going to move in with you, or we're going to look for somebody for somewhere.
Yeah.
Lay it down to me. What is happening? How much are you paying on this, on that, on this? It's got to be sorted out.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And then if the man is honest, okay, you know what?
Yes.
I don't earn as much as you, or this
Yeah.
is what I earn.
Yeah.
How do we work it out?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Because even when we were growing up, before our fathers started, building houses, obviously we all lived in rented accommodation.
Exactly.
And when I was growing up, I remember that my dad pays the rent, every other thing in terms of foodstuffs and everything. My
Yeah.
mom carries it
Oh,
all.
my partner is breaking up for. Hello?
Hello, can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Okay, yeah. Go on.
Yeah, my father pays
Oh,
the
you got
rent.
it again. Yeah?
My father pays the rent,
Yeah.
and my mother
Yeah.
pays the rest. That is in terms of foodstuffs. My
Okay.
mom carries all that. But having
Okay.
said that, my
Right.
dad, when he knows
Okay, thank
he's
you very
got
much, because
excess-
that call is breaking. That line is not good anymore. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much, my partner, for calling in. I mean, those are a vital point, actually. You have to know your partner before you decide to do things together. Many people go into into marriages, forgetting that they need to define it, that they need to know what they actually do into it. They really need to know that, okay, this marriage I'm going into, this is how we're going to be doing it. But that is what we don't have around us today. That is what has gone pear-shaped today. And that really needs to come back for us to enjoy our homes again. We really need to have that back into our marriages. The honesty, the truth. We've got a caller online. Who's calling, please? And where are you calling from?
Hello, it's Otuma Afolabi again.
Oh, hello, Tumba.
Yeah. So I just want to, just based on the last caller, your partner.
Yes.
Like she said, and like you said, I want to agree with her that a relationship should be based on trust.
Yes.
If you do not trust your partner enough, do not go into the relationship.
Exactly.
But these days, the community at large are quick enough to crucify the men. I'm not saying this because I'm a man.
Okay.
But I want to say this, right? The first
Let me sit
statement she
tight
made
now. Otima
when
is
she
bringing
called.
another one.
No. The first statement your partner made when she called,
Okay.
she said she would not, jump into it
Yes.
to include her partner's name
Yes.
in the mortgage.
Yes.
If it were to be the other way around,
Yes.
I am pointing it to you now that you will be one of the first set of people to crucify the man.
No, I will not.
No. You will listen. It is both sides.
Okay, Otumba, can I tell you something, right?
Okay, Oles.
You see, this is a true. This is being honest now. Some years
Okay.
ago, I went into a relationship. When my marriage broke down, I dated a guy, and you see, this guy. Each time we have a usual argument, right? He would say to me, "Yes, because I'm in your house. It's because I'm in your house." So when that relationship broke down, I made up my mind that even though I'm the owner of my house, if I'm going into another relationship, I will actually move out of this house and I will move into the man's house, or we'll go and rent a property together. I don't want to hear all this is because it's your house. And I tell you what, when I started another relationship then, I said to the man, we're not going to be living in this house together. We are going to go and rent. And I rented out my own property.
I will ask you this question too, please. Can I quickly ask you this question?
Yes.
Okay. I am your brother.
Yes.
I've got no. You've got a lady sister.
Yes.
The lady sister meets a partner tomorrow.
Yes.
Who's got a property. And then because they are moving in together, the guy said, "Oh, because this is my property and I don't want stories tomorrow, we will need to start afresh, and we will need to go and rent the property." What would you say?
No.
Would you not say, "Oh, I like Nick
No, listen.
No, do not stop.
No, you've misquoted. No.
Okay.
I'm going by my past experience. Right?
You are going by your past experience, where I'm
And
telling
the
you what
experience I had was being nagged by a man telling me is because he has moved in with me. So because I want the man to retain his authority, right? I'd rather move out of that house. You know our Nigerian men, they're full of ego. Let's be realistic. This one is being realistic. Now, as at that time, that was the level of my understanding. You understand? And as at that time, I was desperate to be in a relationship. But today, that desperation is no longer there. So if I'm in a relationship now, I will discuss it. I will tell the man, look, I'm renting, your name is going on the tenancy, if we're going to be living together. It's like couples living together that they can't even put their partner's name on the council tax bill. These are all part of madness.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's
to do with your experience. Before, I won't come across to a man and say to the man, look, well, I've got mortgage, I've got rent, how are we going to do it? But now I will discuss it. We're moving in together, this is it. This is what we're going to be doing.
It is often said that once bitten, twice shy.
Thank you very much. But the reason
and that is what is really happening. Some people will definitely have to pay for your past experience.
Yes. But me personally, from my experience, it is, you see, another problem I notice as well. Your background means a lot. Where you come from means a lot. Right? I'm not boasting, from a comfortable home where money is not a priority. So in a relationship, to me, money is not a priority. But for someone,
money is priority in everything we do in life, but it is not a problem where you come from.
It is because I've been taught that be contented.
Yes.
You understand? Even though I've everything at home, I've got it. But I was taught something, and it's still ringing bell, and I'm teaching my children, be contented. If you are contented with the little that you have, there won't be problems with bills. I never for one day, when I was married, argued bills with my partner. We never ever discussed bills. Never. And if I go into another marriage today, I will not discuss bills. You understand? And it will not be an issue, because I will let you know from day one, we're having one basket. If we cannot have one basket and put our eggs in it, forget it. A sensible person will know one basket means everything together. Me, I don't send money home. They send money to me. So if you have a parent back home that you have to send money to, let me know. Let us discuss it.
Yes.
You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not looking to build a house.
If you have other bills outside of what you spend on yourself personally, yes.
Exactly.
That still comes down to the issue of openness. If you're open to your partner, you should be able to say, oh, I've got an aged mother, I've got somebody who is sick back home, who I'm treating, I've got, cousins who I'm, who are schooling,
but
and the responsibility falls on me.
Otumba, should that come first in your relationship? Should that supersede your relationship?
Definitely it shouldn't, but if they are your responsibility,
why should they be your responsibility? Them. What did the Bible tell us about our home?
No. I'll give you an instance. My brother died a few years ago.
Yeah. May so rest in peace.
Amen. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
He left 2 little kids.
Yeah.
Their responsibility solely fell on me. What do I do?
Okay, you know why it's no.
Because I'm going into a relationship, I abandon them.
No. Excuse me, sir. Okay. Right?
All right.
You are taking on that responsibility. You must agree it. I'm not being callous here, right? You must agree it with your partner. Your be your brother's keeper. I agree to that. But that should not stop you. Okay, you're taking on your brother's kid, right? 2 of them. Now you've got your aged mother. Now you've got your younger brother. Now you've got your younger sister. And your salary is £1,000 a month. Your own will break. Let's be realistic. There's no point in being in denial. You understand?
If I have a partner, thank God for the kind of partner I have.
Exactly.
If a person finds themselves in my shoes and they have an understanding partner, if it is for better, for worse, you should be able to say, okay, these responsibilities, you cannot leave them behind.
Okay. On one condition.
If we are going to cut costs, let us cut costs, and then you will do it.
Okay.
Not drop them.
Okay.
Not drop them, because it is for better, for worse.
Okay, but Mr.
And I'm telling you this, if it happens, yes.
Let me tell you this, right? Because we're closing in 5 minutes. I say this to you, right? For your woman to accept that, you must have laid a good legacy. You must have laid a good, a proper legacy in your home.
That is why I will never rule out courtship. I will never rule out courtship.
Thank you.
In a relationship before you go into marriage.
Fantastic.
If you don't court, you don't know who you're dealing with.
Yes. That's true.
You don't know who you're dealing with, and people will say, "Oh, we only courted for 3 months or 6 months." They will definitely have problems.
Yes.
Because 6 months is not enough.
Wow.
Believe me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Falabi. We've only got 4 minutes to round up now. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you so much. That was a fantastic call. I mean, it went on and we gained a lot. We'll be rounding up. We've only got 4 minutes left now. We can only take one more call, and that call has to be snappy, and that will have to be 1 minute. But in the next minute, that is. But this is the cocoa today. When we talk about relationship and bills and mortgages, They've all said it. Oh, we've got a caller online. Hello, caller. Hello, caller.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Who is calling? Where are you calling from, please?
You promised you weren't gonna ask.
Okay, I'm not asking. Okay, promise. Quick to the cocoa, please, man.
I'm gonna be very quick. In my own opinion, I think Otumba Folabi, I think, is missing the point.
Yes.
When it comes to a woman dating a man, a man has a sole responsibility that has been there from day one and will forever be
Yes.
till thy kingdom come.
Yes.
And that's for a man to be the source.
Yes.
That's what the Bible regarded men as. The
Yes.
source. Source basically means where you go and you put your bucket, you fetch water. Basically.
Yes. Definitely.
And nothing can do that. The
Can
fact that we
change
are
that.
broke now has changed a lot of things.
Yes. Fantastic.
Now, when we talk about mortgages, I personally think you should drive your topics towards women.
Okay.
Women being able to, for us to develop ourselves more, to be a better mother, a better wife, a better friend.
Yes. That's a
Especially
good
us
point.
in this country.
Good point. Good point.
Because the reason why I said that is because a lot of us are into relationships for different reasons.
Exactly.
Best known to those people individually.
Thank you. Dribbler and striker.
Most of which you wouldn't even hear on TV or on live radio like this. I'll give you a scenario quickly. There was a guy that
30 seconds. Yes.
The man moved from Nigeria.
Yes.
His excuse for not working at the time was because he hasn't got papers. Okay, they got married. He now has his papers.
Yeah.
After papers, he was like, oh, I don't want to do this job. I don't want to do that job.
See?
5 years rolled by.
Picky.
The woman was the only one working. At the end of the day, it became apparent that all he was after was his paper at the end of the day.
Can you imagine?
So in that case, you wouldn't hear such person pick up the phone to call.
Exactly.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So let us get our topic towards how we can develop ourselves to say no and mean no, especially as women, Nigerian women.
Wow, thank you so much, my sister. Thank you. I have to put a stop on that now because we ramped it up now. Thank you so much. Wow, it's been a lovely day. It's been a great day. The topic, in fact, I enjoyed it myself because it's wonderful, it's really good, and at the end of the day, I tell you what, it's just one of those things that are happening among us. Anyway, this is the cocoa. Regardless of what you got to pay, regardless of what your mortgage is, regardless of your bills, they've got to be paid. How they're paid is what matters. How they're paid is the cocoa. If you cannot put your egg in one basket in your marriage, in your relationship, then you shouldn't be there in the first instance. Marriage is for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health. You don't leave your partner because he's gone disabled or she's disabled. No. All bills must come first. Your home must come first before you send money to anybody. Let's be realistic. Let's leave sentiments out of matter. Let's leave sentiments out of anything. Let's leave sentiments out of culture. Let's leave culture out of this cocoa. My brothers, my sisters, it's been great sharing this with you today. And I hope you've gained one or two things. My name is Abefe Ibadiaron. If you've got anything to share with me, you can send me an email at help@abefeibadiaron.com or abefeibadiaron@yahoo.com. You can call me on 075 068 11309. It's been great chatting with you today. I'll be right here again on Thursday, same time, same place, www.fusionplustv.com. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.